So, guys, here we are, MMA UK News. Obviously, myself, Stoomboy, as always, MMA UK BJJ show. Uh, so I won't be a second, Jared. So we're talking about Grapple Fest 11. So Grapple Fest 11 is going to be at the usual place. It's going to be at Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. Now, it has been completely sold out, so there is no tickets available. You might get tickets from the fighters if they do have any available, but because there is no tickets available, you will only be able to see it on Flow Grappling. So, as Jared's got the t-shirt on, so yeah, Flow Grappling. So make sure you get yourself signed up for Flow Grappling, just so you can see the event. So it's going to be a great event from start to finish. A lot of fantastic matchups on the card, and obviously it's Daisy Fresh versus Europe. So Daisy Fresh is coming over with a team. We got to see a little bit of them last time, and Daisy Fresh is very, very impressive. Anybody that watched the documentary that was on Flow Grappling, again, an absolutely fantastic watch. These guys are old school jiu-jitsu. This is the way jiu-jitsu was 20, 30 years ago. So obviously sleeping in the gym and training in the gym and all sticking together. So an absolutely fantastic team that Daisy Fresh has got. And we're going to see some of them coming over on the 26th of February. So my next guest, obviously, all the way from the US. So Jared Shafer. I hope I've said that right, Jared.
That is correct. It's Jared Shafer.
Jared Shafer. So Jared's going to be up against Jack Hassard, and that's going to be, I believe, an under 80 kilo matchup. So we're going to hear, obviously, a little bit about my guests' kind of experience so far. He's only 18 years old, but he's got a lot of experience, a lot of competition experience and so on. So we're going to hear a little bit about that just now. So, Jared, listen, absolute pleasure to have you on, sir. How you doing?
It means a real lot.
Definitely. Listen, how have you been? How's everything going? Because I know you train, because I know that me and you were talking back and forward, and you train a lot, not just jiu-jitsu and grappling, but wrestling and so on as well.
I train anywhere like 3 to 4 times a day some days. So like typically I do like a co-op program where at school I have a job, and like my job is either training or like working jiu-jitsu tournaments. And then from like 8:10 to like 11:30ish, I go to school for like about that amount of time, and then I go from school straight to Pedigo, which is on the other side of town. I train there for about an hour, so like I'd either do drilling or we have wrestling at noon. And then the wrestling isn't like wrestling with the shoes on. It's like wrestling with guillotines and like back attacks and stuff like that. We do like some EBI overtime stuff in there as well. After that, I pretty much go home and eat and shower up immediately, get all my schoolwork done if I have any, because my next practice is wrestling at 3:30 to like 5 at the high school. So like I definitely get in my wrestling rounds right now, especially because season with my coaches Dro, Tad, and Pixley. So like they keep me right on the feet. And then after that practice, I fuel up just a little bit, probably a light snack and some like Gatorade or something, and I go straight to Daisy Fresh again to do the night practice there. And if I'm lucky on the weekends, I get to go and do like lifts and stuff. I really like lifting. It makes you feel good personally. But yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this match, man. I get to be like the first one up, so I can like really show out all my jiu-jitsu and hopefully get the crowd going, because I want to set the show off right, you know?
Definitely. And that's what we seen the last time at the last Grapple Fest. Obviously, Daisy Fresh came over and put on a show, put on an absolute show. And obviously, to have you guys back again, obviously headlining it again, obviously Daisy Fresh versus Europe is an absolute pleasure for obviously us in the UK to watch.
I think it's going to be amazing just because like the undercard is stacked. Like you got Tad and then you got Pixley. Like they're both no-gi world champions. And Tad recently just took second at the gi worlds too, which is really, really big. And then we also got some other guys from Dante's gym, like Bradley Snyder. He's going to go out there and put a show on. He's really fun to watch.
Yeah.
Dante, of course. George, of course. Spatchy's going to go out there and put the Aussie on him, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, listen, it's awesome. We're absolutely buzzing. And I know you guys are going to be doing some seminars and stuff like that after the event as well. So you're going to be doing are you going with the guys to go to the seminars?
So I'm gonna try to hit a couple of them, but I think I'm gonna have to go back to school because I get like a certain window of time that I can leave school.
Yeah.
Like I actually had to get my paper today, and I was like, "Hey, I'm gonna need like a week off because I'm gonna go to the UK." And they're like, "Why?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna go fight over there." And it's just that really awkward conversation with the office.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Now, listen, I'm glad they gave you the time off because, as I say, we're absolutely looking forward to seeing you coming over. And I mean, I know we spoke off air. I mean, you obviously wrestling, jiu-jitsu, grappling. Obviously, you've been do a lot of IBJJF comps as well. So, again, being only 18 years old, currently ranked, as I said, number 18 in the world in your division. Or I think not just in your division. I think that's across all blue belts in the adult division. So so it's every single weight division. So which is, I mean, for being so young to be that high up is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I got a dual meet tonight too. So like, I haven't been able to do many IBJJF. So
Yeah,
now, like with all the wrestling, I've been competing every week and like during the week
yeah,
too. So I hope to get back to the IBJJF soon after this wrestling season. But I want to close out this wrestling season really strong. I'm looking for a state title.
yes, yes, definitely. Listen, well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you doing that. Definitely, definitely. So we got, I think, a friend of yours come in with a comment. Div Div SK8, just saying Jared has got a bird chest.
Yeah. I can't bitch that much. If anybody's wondering, like I don't bitch that much. I'm not even that strong, to be honest. Like mat wise, I'm pretty strong, but like weight wise, I really can't put up and throw up much. But like I'm pretty heavy handed on the mats.
Yes, yes. Listen, that's where it needs to be. That's where it needs to be. So, and then obviously the matchup then. So Grapple Fest 11. I mean, how did you find out that you were going to be on the card?
So like I was over at Heath's house and we were just talking and they're like, it'd be pretty cool if I could go over there since I'd be like a senior in high school, like mid-year, just dropping for a couple of days and coming over there. And then it got confirmed when I was at my friend's wrestling tournament. I was coaching him and I saw my name got tagged at the Grapple Fest thing. And I looked down on my phone. I'm like, man, I'm not seeing my name. I confirmed or not? I looked down on the very first match of the card and I'm like, well, we're going to Liverpool.
So that was how you found out. You didn't even know you had a match until they put the post up.
Yeah, so I was just like, well, that's pretty cool.
And what about your friends? I mean, obviously friends at school that maybe don't do jiu-jitsu or don't do grappling. I mean, what do they think? What do they think when you're now coming over to Liverpool and you're going to be fighting over here?
Most of them really support it, which I'm really happy about. Like nobody's just like, look at that jiu-jitsu kid going over and doing stuff. Because like when I left for the gi pans and the no gi pans, and the no gi worlds, like they all saw my post about it and they were like, wow, he's like not making up excuses. He's like actually going and doing all this stuff. So like I'm really glad that like the Mount Vernon community is like really grappling based and like they're really friendly with everything.
Yeah, yeah. And the two of your biggest supporters, obviously your mum Suzanne
Yeah,
and your dad Carol, two of your biggest supporters. So obviously,
big time.
again, looking at your posts, I mean, obviously, your dad's always there wherever you go. He's always in your corner, and obviously your mum. I think I put the post up, and I think within about 20 minutes, your mum had reposted it everywhere. So
My mom and dad are the biggest supporters I have. So like I have my family, I have my PSF family, and like it just merges so well. So like we actually did the IBJJF Indianapolis
yeah,
a couple months ago, and we all just stayed at my family's house where I'm from. I'm from Indianapolis originally, so I'm not originally from down here.
yeah,
So we stayed up there, and they all got to meet each other, and my mom and dad got more comfortable with like the fact that I was living down here. Like I couldn't be more thankful to my parents for like allowing me to move down here and like do all this special stuff, because I get not a lot of people have the same like opportunities I do, especially for the fact that like I can like go out and travel and compete, because some people would kill for this.
Yeah. No, they're definitely two of your biggest supporters, mum and dad. So it's awesome to see. As I said, mums and dads obviously 100% behind their kids and pushing you. I mean, you're obviously staying down with Daisy Fresh and so on, and obviously mum and dad are in Indianapolis, so it's absolutely awesome to see. So a big shout out to Carol and Suzanne. And then I think another friend's come in with a comment. Spatch Brooks. Jared is so handsome.
You know, Spatchy actually is probably one of the better looking guys at Daisy Fresh, if I was going to be completely honest with you. You know, but his limbs are like razor blades. So whenever he grabs you, it feels like you're getting hacked off because he's so skinny.
Yeah. I think we're going to be talking to Spatch as well. I mean, Spatch is on the card, so I think Spatch is one person I'll be reaching out to. So Spatch, obviously, I know you're watching, so listen, I'll be coming to speak to you soon, buddy. And then what are you looking forward to? Obviously, coming over to the UK. Is this going to be your first time in the UK?
Yeah, it'll be my first time in the UK. It'll be my second time out of the country, so that's really, really cool for me. Yeah. I think just traveling and like being able to like look at like other people's like ways of life, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because over here in the Midwest, we don't like really see a whole lot of like difference, because I've only seen the UK in Assassin's Creed. Like I've only seen the UK in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Like that's the only time I've ever seen it. So I kind of wanted to just go out and check it out.
Yeah.
Hopefully while I'm out there, I can go check out some sites and look at stuff.
Definitely. I know that Daisy Fresh did a tour, a YouTube video where they travelled about a bit. So they did get to see some sights and so on. And because it's February in Scotland, in the UK, bring a jacket. Bring a big jacket, because it will be cold. It'll be very, very cold. And then Emma Shafer, saying she's so proud of you.
That's big sis.
And Jordan Butler. So is that young rooster or young cock?
It's young cock.
So yeah, some friends coming in. Always the friends coming with comments. So and then what's next for you then, Jared? So obviously coming over, Grapple Fest 11 will be your main focus at the moment.
Yeah.
So what are we planning on seeing from you for the rest of the year?
I think definitely all the major IBJJFs. I want to do the ADCC trials, but I'm not certain on it. But for sure, I want to hit the gi pans, and I want to try to win like a Pan Am title, because I kind of fell short last year. Yeah. And I definitely want to hit all the majors. I want to be a world champion, and I think I'm doing enough to get there. So I'll just keep my training up, and I'll just keep working for it.
Definitely. And if you had to go up against anybody in jiu-jitsu, whether it be past or present, who would be your ideal matchup?
Funk-wise, Jeff Glover for sure. Like if I want a really funky match, like where like I get hit from anywhere, I want to go with Jeff Glover, because he was like the originator of all the donkey guard stuff and all like the flamboyant. It doesn't look like it works, and then he taps you with it.
Definitely, Jeff Glover, awesome character, really, really crazy dude, man. This guy,
wild man, but he's amazing at jiu-jitsu.
Yes. So Jeff Glover, and then final thing for you then. So obviously you've been in the game for a minute, okay? So anybody you want to shout out to? So any kind of friends, family members, teammates, and sponsors, even if you have any.
I don't have any sponsors, but for sure, the people that I want to shout out are my mom and dad, my sister and my brother, for like pushing me constantly to go forward, and then also my whole team just helping me out, especially Heath and all all the coaches at Mount Vernon, just because they're always trying to push me constantly forward. They only want to see like the betterment. And then I think that like breeds a really healthy mentality of like everybody wanting everybody to succeed, you know, even if one of us loses, I want like everybody else to win, you know, like it's not all about one person. That's what I really like about it. So I think the biggest shout out to be would like the environment that Heath has made, and like the consistent champions that it's pushed out, because we're all there for each other, you know, like all my friends in the comment section and my family's in the comment section. So I'd say my biggest shout out would be my family and my PSF family.
Definitely. Well, listen, absolute pleasure to speak to you, Jared. As I say, for being someone so young, you have an absolute great future in front of you. And I'm looking forward to it. As I said, I'm going to see you. You're going to be a world champion one day. And
one can hope.
Yeah. So yeah, you're definitely going to be a world champion, and it's going to be awesome to watch. It's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. So guys, listen, Daisy Fresh versus Europe. Daisy Fresh is ready. They're coming. They will be here 26th of February. So Saturday, 26th of February, Fusion Nightclub, Fleet Street in Liverpool. So make sure you get Flow Grappling, because Flow Grappling will be the only place you will be able to see it, because all the tickets are now sold out. So, Jared, absolute pleasure and an honor.
Thank you for having me on, man. I really appreciate it.
All right. And I will see you. I'll be there on the night. So I'll be able to grab a chat with you and obviously the Daisy Fresh guys. So thank you again. All right. Take it easy, buddy.
You too, man. Peace.
Bye-bye.